But you can't go back to our apartment anymore.
Why's that?
Because I terminated our contract for that room.
What?
I mean, we already vacated out from our apartment.
You've got to be kidding.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's okay. I've properly left your stuff at the rented storage. See? I didn't throw away any of your stuff, so don't worry. It's completely fine. If you want it then, here, the key. I'll tell you where it is. Okay?
Shut the hell up, you stupid jerk. My name is Amanda. I'm 29 years old and I work in a company. I've been married to my husband Mel for 3 years now. Currently, we live with my in-laws at their house, and so now we're a family of 4. When I first got married to Mel, it was just me and my husband. My husband had always rejected living with his parents, saying that he wanted to live freely even before marriage. However, my husband easily betrayed me so that he could get away from my annoying mother-in-law, Rita. That was 6 months ago. My father-in-law, Jasper, who was a hard worker, was ordered to go on a long business trip for 2 months and temporarily left Rita.
Hey, what are you doing now?
Since Jasper left for a long business trip, Rita had been calling my husband every day, and it's always a long call between them. My husband, probably bothered to always having to hold his phone for the call, has the call with Rita on speaker as he replies blankly to his mother's questions.
Oh, right now? I'm watching TV.
What are you watching?
I'm watching a documentary.
Oh, Mel, you still like documentaries, don't you? I wonder if I can watch it too. What channel is it on?
This isn't on the over-the-air TV. We're paying a different streaming company so that I can watch it.
Oh, I didn't know that was even possible now. Will you teach me how to do that next time?
Yeah, sure.
At first, the conversation between the two was like that. But on the 3rd day, my husband gave up on Rita, who called him several times a day to talk about trivial matters. Then he started to have me get involved into their conversation over the speakerphone.
What are you doing today? I'm having dinner with Amanda.
Oh, is that so? What are you eating?
Oh, what's this, Amanda?
It's just meatballs and pasta. I mean, it's so obvious that we're eating meatballs and pasta.
It's meatballs and pasta.
Oh, how wonderful! What kind of sauce do you use? Just the tomato sauce that we always use. What are your plans for tomorrow?
I wonder what it is.
It's a weekday, so it's crystal clear that Mel's working. Back in the day when I was dating my husband, I really liked how free he was. Unlike Mel, I tend to fit into a mold and I don't have his kind of freedom. So I admired him for living his life the way he wanted to. Now that I'm married, however, I am increasingly frustrated with my husband who does not want to do anything complicated. The same goes for Rita. I guess she gets even more lazy when she gets annoyed at something. Not long after my husband started to involve me in all their conversations like this, Rita began to cry.
Oh, I miss Jasper. But even you don't want to talk to me, Mel. Oh, that's not true, right, Amanda?
Please don't drag me into this. I remained silent as I thought that in my mind. On the phone, Rita continues to sob and cry. Then my husband began to say something outrageous.
Mom, if you're so lonely, why don't you come live with us?
What? Rita's voice sounded pretty happy. I silently poked my husband's arm. What a great idea! Yes, let's do that. When can you start coming over here?
I'll try to get over there as soon as possible.
All right then. I'm looking forward to it. Mel, you're a sweetie after all. Needless to say, we had an argument after Mel hung up the phone. Why are you making this decision all on your own? You're the one who said you don't want to live together with your parents before we got married.
Because Mom was crying, you know? She's all alone, so I felt bad, you know?
That's why you want to live with them? Jasper will be back in 2 months.
Yeah, but Mom is getting old, and I began to think that maybe it's okay to live with them. Mom does the housework, and it's easier for you too, right?
No way. I love the life I have now.
But I've already said that we'd live with her.
Then why don't you just go? I'll stay here.
No, you can't. That would bother me.
Bother you? What's that?
Well, I mean, because we're married.
So? Just because we're married, does it mean that a person in the marriage gets to decide things all on their own?
Of course not.
Well, who are you to even say that? You're the one who decided to live together without permission right in front of me now, aren't you?
Don't worry. I promise that she won't bother you, Amanda.
Absolutely not.
Fine. Then it's okay if I only go for a limited time, right? Until Dad comes back. That's all it takes, right? I can't leave my lonely mom after all. Wouldn't you feel the same way if it were your mother? I'll definitely cooperate with your parents if something happens to them.
Are you sure that it's until Jasper comes home?
Yes, I promise.
You better be there between me and Rita if anything happens. You better help me out, okay?
Yes, don't worry about that.
When Mel mentioned about my parents, I reluctantly agreed to his idea and lived with Rita for this limited period of time. However, I realized that it was not something I should have done, because the promise that we made has not been kept at all. 6 months have already passed since we moved into my in-laws' place, and Jasper has already came back from his business trip, and I was getting super angry at this situation. The person who is most upset is myself. I was too stupid to believe my husband's stupid words at that time. I fell into his trap when he said, "I'll help your family out too, Amanda." But when I actually sat and thought about it, I realized that, unlike Rita, my parents would never make a bunch of phone calls without considering for the other person. And the other two sources that are really infuriating me are Rita and my husband. Those two. Ever since I came to live with them, they have been treating me with disrespect. Moreover, in front of Jasper, Rita plays the role of a good mother-in-law. Jasper is a workaholic and comes home late. Taking advantage of this, Rita did whatever she wanted.
Hey. Did you do the laundry?
I just got home from work.
So what?
I would be very grateful if you would do them during the day.
Excuse me? Isn't it your job to do all the housework?
I glare at my husband, but my husband should be able to hear Rita's voice, doesn't even look at me.
Hey, I'm hungry. What's for dinner tonight?
I've already told Mel this, but I already had a dinner meeting today.
Oh, I see. So, what's for dinner today?
Well, as long as we live together, I will help out, but I can't prepare meals for you every time.
You're in the position of a wife, right? Do you realize who you are talking to?
I got angry and ran up to the bedroom. In the end, Rita and my husband seemed to have gotten a takeout or something. After a while, my husband came into the bedroom. At the sight of him, my anger reignited. My husband appears in front of me in a relaxed mode after eating dinner and taking a bath, being very ignorant about what had happened to me. I'm just so angry at him. I can't live like this anymore.
Oh, why?
What did you say to me before we moved in here?
What was it?
Okay, that's enough. I'm going back to my house.
Just kidding. I remember. But you can't go back to our apartment anymore.
Why's that?
Because I terminated our contract for that room.
What?
I mean, we already vacated out from our apartment.
You've got to be kidding.
It's okay, don't worry about it, it's okay. I've properly left your stuff at the rented storage, see? I didn't throw away any of your stuff, so don't worry, it's completely fine. If you want it, then here, the key. I'll tell you where it is, okay?
Shut the hell up, you stupid jerk! Mel doesn't understand the reason for my anger at all. He's rambling on and on about things that are off the point. He had betrayed me. He sacrificed me to avoid being annoyed by Rita, and I can't ever forgive him for that. So I decided I was going to make them suffer and then get a divorce. Then I received an invitation to a wedding from my distant relative, Allie. I hadn't seen her for a while, but I used to play with her at my grandfather's house when I was little. Wow, just as I expected from her. I let out a huge sigh when I learned that Allie was having a huge wedding ceremony. I haven't spoken to my husband or Rita since then, but I'm leaving home for a few days to attend the wedding, so I thought that I would just let them know about it. I have something to say to both of you. My husband looked like he was prepared for something serious. It's still a long way off, but I'm going away for 3 days in October.
Oh my! Where are you going?
To San Diego. What? A trip? No. That's great. Let's go. I beg your pardon? We'll go too. Mel, honey, you should take a paid leave for it.
San Diego, huh? Sounds great.
No, I'm not taking you both with me. I'm not going for a trip. I have something to do over there. Oh, it'll be fine. You do your own business, and we'll just go sightseeing. I see. Then please get your own hotels. I already have a place to stay. Oh, where are you staying? When I told her the name of the hotel, her eyes lit up. Hey, that's a members-only hotel. You have to let us stay there too. I can't. How much do you think it costs per person? Since you can afford it on your own, you can get a room for us. In any case, that's impossible. Well then, I did tell you both that I'll be gone then during that time. I cut the conversation short, but Rita persisted anyway after that. She then used my husband to ask me about my plans for the day. I was thinking that after the wedding I would divorce Mel. I first planned to divorce Mel after making them suffer, but I give up. I just want to get rid of them as soon as possible. Then, the day before the wedding, I woke up and saw that they were gone. Had they really gone to San Diego already? And then I headed to San Diego for tomorrow's wedding. On the way, I stopped at a cafe and enjoyed my time as I made my way to the hotel. Then I saw those two in the lobby. What are you both doing here? You're a little late, you know. Where have you been wandering around? Behind Rita, my husband was laughing at me. How annoying. Well, come on then. Check in, please. I'm tired of waiting. I told you that this is impossible. This is the hotel I'm staying at. Why not? It's a big room, right? Mel and I can stay there too, right? I was embarrassed to admit that I got into an argument with Rita and Mel in the lobby. The gazes of the staff watching us at the reception desk felt awkward, and I was also embarrassed. Then one staff came over. He told them that he had secured a room for my husband and Rita. Hearing this, they joyfully followed after the staff, who took them to their room. You are really stingy, aren't you? And make sure you pay for it later. I still remember what Rita said to me as she went to the hotel room. Amanda! As Rita and Mel left, someone called out to me from behind. I turned around to see the bride, Allie, who was getting married tomorrow. Allie, it's been a long time. Thanks for inviting me to your wedding. Congratulations on your wedding. Well, you really outdid yourself this time, haven't you? It's going to be a grand wedding, isn't it? Thank you. By the way, that was your mother-in-law and your husband, right? Oh, yes. I'm so embarrassed. But it seems like the staff couldn't stand to watch us and just got them a room for me. And Rita said it was me who has to pay for their rooms. Oh, it's okay. I'm the one who told the staff to get the room. What? I saw the whole thing. Oh, I'm really sorry to bother you like this at such a happy time. Amanda, you must have it hard, huh? No, I'm fine. Nope, you're lying. You're just saying that because it's my wedding and you want me to be happy, right? There's no need for that. We have time. So what's wrong? Tell me everything. Since I had the opportunity since Allie persisted, I told her everything. Huh? What the heck? That's awful, isn't it? I know, right? Hey, why don't you divorce Mel tomorrow? No, I can't do that. I can't do that on your happy wedding day. But it's also your day to graduate from your marriage, Amanda. Let's get back at the two of them in a big way tomorrow. This is our chance, because no one else is here right now. We can do whatever we want now. Thank you. And so we decided on a plan. The next morning, Rita and Mel came down to the lobby and were in shock. And that's how they should be. There are flowers everywhere in the hotel, and a live orchestra is playing in the background, and everyone around them was dressed in formal clothes. The two, who dressed up really casually as tourists, were obviously out of place. And with Jasper dressed in formal clothes in front of them, it was understandable that they were in shock. You two? You told me that Amanda was going to take you both on a trip. But that was all a lie, huh? That's not true. Right, Amanda? I made it really clear to you both that I couldn't take you both with me. because today is a family wedding and this hotel is all reserved for that. There's no way I'm going to tell them to let people who are unrelated to stay here.
Excuse me? Hey, stop lying, Amanda. There's no way your family can rent out a luxury hotel like this.
But they can, and that's why the lobby looks so different, doesn't it?
That's right. Stop lying.
Who do you think you are? This is a hotel owned by the bride's father. It's easy for him to rent it out for his own daughter.
What?
Rita and my husband quickly tried to leave the hotel, but the entrance was secured by the staff.
You two, you've caused Amanda so much trouble. You're a disgrace. I'm fed up with you two. I'll talk to you later about what's going to happen. Amanda, I'm sorry about everything that has happened.
No, I'm glad you got to come, Jasper. By the way, about what's going to happen is it's going to be a divorce.
Well, Amanda, it's not something you want to talk about at a celebration day like today.
Oh, it's all right. I have the bride's permission. Jasper, what a coincidence, huh? I'm going to divorce your son.
Hey, what are you talking about? You're just joking, right?
How can it be a joke? You sacrificed me to Rita for your own comfort. And you even vacated our apartment without my permission. I don't need you anymore. All the people there who were listening cheered and applauded when I said all this. My parents had a complicated look on their faces, but they silently witnessed the event. Jasper then took my husband and Rita home. Allie's wedding was in the afternoon. Normally, everyone would have been able to relax in the morning, but they all cooperated with me. I felt embarrassed and ashamed, but my mind and heart felt way better. I was grateful for everyone's cooperation. After that, I divorced Mel without returning to my in-laws. Of course, I filed for compensation against my ex-husband. My ex-husband said that I didn't have to pay for the hotel fee if he didn't have to pay for the compensation, which made no complete sense to me. But I made him pay the compensation in a lump sum. When I told them how much the hotel room cost, they were in shock. The suite room that they used cost $3,800 a night. There was also a $16,000 suite room, but they did not get that one, all thanks to Allie. But to think that Mel had even the nerve to say that $3,800 would balance out the compensation. What a joke, huh? Of course, Jasper divorced Rita as well. Originally, Jasper was troubled by Rita's spending spree. Now those two have been kicked out of the in-laws' house and are living in a rented apartment. My ex-husband's salary is not really a good one, so if he has to live with Rita, who tends to spend a lot, he will soon run out of savings. The freedom he loves so much is gone now. I, on the other hand, am enjoying life on my own. It sure is really nice to be free. Next week, Allie and I plan to celebrate my divorce from Mel. I enjoy my current life the most. Sacrificing your own wife to free yourself? That's not good at all. But in the end, Amanda's ex-husband lost his freedom, and that's because he does terrible things, so it's what he deserves. I hope Amanda's life will be an enjoyable one from now on. Thank you for watching until the end. Please subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.